Hey, YouTube family and GN subs, how are you? Hope you're having a wonderful week. I certainly am. And we're moving to the end of COVID. So I got some really good updated news for you on what you need to be aware of now that COVID flexibilities are over. All right. So a lot to get to today. Let's get at it. Hey, I ruffled some feathers, I saw in my comments when I started talking about migrants are the answer. They can solve the problem to inflation. So I was reading a Newsweek article. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 10,000 jobs are unfilled in the US. I put a link in the description box. You can check it out if you think I'm exaggerating on the facts. A substantial number of jobs in certain sectors that allow for unskilled labor. Again, I put a link here. Check it out. They're unfilled. There's a big need in the US for unskilled workers. So I talked about migrants coming to the US legally in a way that DHS can provide an avenue by which these individuals can come legally. That's what I'm talking about here, folks. All right. Now, there's an idea that I read about that sound really, really good. So what we can do is we can utilize the current parole program. There's a parole program where you can register right on your cell phone, get paroled into the U.S., gives you legal work authorization. Each state can look at its job needs, all right? And then what they can do is they can offer a number of job openings so individuals can come, be paroled into the United States and fill those jobs. I think it's a great idea. I think we're going to be looking more at this parole program and how it actually works. I think it's a great way, to bring legal immigration to the United States to solve the undocumented problem and the problems that we're having at the border after Title 42 was lifted. All right. All right, folks, COVID flexibilities are gone. The COVID flexibility was the policy that allowed additional time to respond to notice of intent to denies, notice of intent to revokes, RFE, appeals from affirmative immigration, like I-485s, and for citizenship. So the good old days are gone now. Here's a real important tip. Now you're going to have 30 days, okay? You're going to have 30 days regardless. Immigration does not mail information out in a timely manner. So you're going to get it and you're going to have a week or two to respond. It's going to be impossible. Here's the tip, folks. Create an online account. Here's the link in the description box. Go in, create an account. You can follow your case. What you can even do is if there's an RFE or a NOID or an appeal, right? You can get a head start. You can actually upload the RFE, print it out, and respond. At least start gathering your documentation to respond in a timely manner. Huge tip, folks. Take advantage of it. Trust me, very difficult. I've done this time and time again. Difficult when you have 1 or 2 weeks to respond. Impossible to get the evidence. That's when immigration wins. We don't want them to win, okay? So be ahead of the game, create that account, follow your case. All right, another big deal, COVID flexibility with respect to I-9 and the automatic work authorization. So I had a client, for example, last week, the employer gave her notice, was going to terminate her employment unless she got an approved extension of her work authorization. There's an automatic extension, folks. I put a link here in the description box. Check it out, all right? The employer thought she had a 180 days automatic extension when she had actually a 540-day extension, all right? Those are going to go away as well. So you got to be careful. You got to look at your receipt. Make sure whatever the automatic time is, don't rely just on the receipt. Sometimes they don't even give you the correct receipt. Go into the USCIS site that I just provided, find out the time period for the extension when it expires. It's all there, folks, all right? So be diligent. By the way, my client, the employer said, fine, you have additional time. You have much more time, so we're not worried about it. Let us know when the extension of the work authorization comes in. All right, so what if you're coming in the airport, and this happens all the time, folks? They give you an incorrect I-94. What an I-94 is, that's your admission. Let's say you come in on a B1, B2 visa. They stamp your passport, and in the system, they put in what's called an I-94. That has the validity date from the date of entry. In case of a visitor visa, 6 months out. A lot of times those dates are incorrect. Sometimes the years are incorrect. what's the best way to fix it, right? The first thing you do is check your passport. See if they've marked the correct date. Sometimes they don't stamp the passport at all. Sometimes they don't even put dates. It just goes into the system. When you get home, I want you to go to this link in the description box below, find my I-94. You can go online, put your passport information in, pull up the I-94, make sure the dates are correct. What if the dates are incorrect? It could be class of admission, it could be the dates of admission, etc. What you need to do is you need to go to your local field office, print out your I-94, go to the local field office. It's called deferred inspection, okay? It's part of CBP. They will correct your I-94. Make sure, because if not, let's say they gave you 3 days mistakenly and you overstay that and you depart, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to have problems. So stay up to date on this stuff, okay? All right, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Hey, check out my new shorts, YouTube shorts. They're rolling out here, and go to my playlist, find some good immigration content. Also, I have questions that are frequently asked in the comment section. Check those out. I've linked them to videos that correspond with the question. Good stuff, folks. Hey, we'll see you next time.